Hi Capricorn, welcome to your February 2020 Astrology 33 reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you interested in booking a personal reading with me, just check out the description of the video for more details on that. Alright, as far as what we have in front of us, we have a Celtic cross spread as always. You guys got some extra cards that came up there. Then we also have a couple of oracle cards we'll take a look at once we get through the main spread, and a Mudra card. So, getting started with the main situation, we have the Page of Swords. So this usually represents some kind of communication coming through, and it can be via social media as well, because I always point out to people how those trees in the background remind me of the logo from Facebook. So could be someone possibly reaching out to you via social media, or maybe you're the one who's doing the reaching out. Now, with the page energy, I always say it's that 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy. And it's because it's someone who's usually not too skilled at whatever suit is at play. So in this case, it's the swords, which is communication. So it could just be saying that, it could be someone reaching out to you, but maybe they're a little bit hesitant to do so. This could definitely be tied into the fact that we're going to have Mercury in retrograde in February, and it's going to be in the sign of Pisces, which is your third house of communication. So it wouldn't surprise me if either you or someone you're dealing with might reach out to someone from the past, but also at the same time they might stumble on their words and there might be a bit of confusion around the communication. So that's what I'm seeing primarily with this energy. In the challenger obstacle position, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is actually a Capricorn energy. It represents the middle 10 degrees of Capricorn. And as far as the timeline, this could represent, let's say, the first week or so of January, give or take a few days on either side. So maybe this goes back to, maybe something during Mercury retrograde that comes back around from that time for you guys. But what I feel even more strongly than that for a lot of you, this could just be saying that you might view this communication coming through. If it's someone reaching out to you, you might view it as a bit of a nuisance, if anything, because you could be really focused on your stability. Maybe these are goals you set for yourself in the new year, for example. And this person reaching out, whether it's the person themselves or what they actually do communicate to you, you might view it as more of a distraction than anything. And so, for example, let's say it's someone coming back from your past to make a romantic offer, right? Maybe you're at the point where you're more focused on having a stable long-term commitment, and you might view their energy as a bit more immature and you may not take them seriously. So just an example of how the energy could play out. In the foundation position, we have the Hermit. So this is actually the major arcana card for Virgo. So for some of you, this could just represent, again, maybe the mode you're in, similar to the Three of Pentacles, where you're just really, on that tunnel vision mode right now, where you're just really focused on doing your own thing, actually probably preferring a little bit of solitude. Wouldn't surprise me, right? You guys just went through some pretty intense eclipse energies, both in your sign in December and then your opposite sign in January. I'm actually recording this a few days after we had that eclipse in Cancer. So, it could just be where you're like, all right, after all of that energy, it's passing now. You're trying to, get your thoughts together and really just spend a little bit of time alone to reflect. So that could be what this is pointing to. For others of you, this could just be saying that you're very focused on work too, since Virgo is the natural ruler of the 6th house. All right, in the past position, we have the Devil. So this can be, again, maybe going back to whatever this Page of Swords communication is about. Maybe this is how you might view a connection. So let's say it is a romantic offer. Maybe it's someone who you might view as, the connection might be a bit toxic. And maybe because of that, you might have decided to move on from it. But maybe you're like, all right, here they coming back around again. This is actually the major arcana card for Capricorn energy too. So this could, again, just be an indicator of you guys just being focused on yourselves, possibly even pointing back to the eclipse energy that we were talking about as well. Maybe some significant events might happen around that time. But yeah, if anything, I feel like this is just saying that this is probably pointing to most of you just being very focused on your goals, doing your own thing. And that Three of Pentacles seems to tie into that too. And like I said, now you might just have some kind of energy around you that you just find to be more of a distraction than anything. In the present position, we have Temperance, Justice, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So a lot of interesting energy here. This is actually an energy of Sagittarius. This is a major arcana card for Libra. This is actually also Libra energy. It represents the first 10 degrees of Libra. And then this is Cancer energy. It represents the last 10 degrees of Cancer. So, like I said, interesting mixture of cards. What I feel could be taking place here, especially given that we have the Temperance and the Balance, this could just be saying that this could be someone coming back around from your past, maybe trying to tell you that they would like to restore balance in a connection, right? So maybe in the past they weren't very serious, and maybe now they're trying to tell you that they are willing to be serious, right? So they're trying to say, all right, I want to restore the balance, because Temperance and Justice can both point to balance. Two of Swords energy can represent that as well, and also a bit of a truce energy. And then this Four of Cups could just represent your disposition, where this is basically you saying that you're not really pleased with the offer, whatever offer they're making to you. Like I said, this might be how you view them, right? So maybe they're trying to come across this way, much more mature and balanced, but realistically, you still view them in that Page of Swords energy, to where you're like, all right, well, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I'm just not really interested in that, right? So that could be what's at play for some of you. For others of you, especially given that we have two Libra cards here, and Libra is your house of career and social status, this can also be maybe you're trying to decide between multiple offers in a career setting, and maybe you're finding, at least as of right now, you're not necessarily too pleased with any of those offers coming across. This also points to, since it's the last 10 degrees of Cancer, maybe this is pointing to the eclipse energy, where, maybe you might have come to some realization about a partnership, whether it be romantic or business, where you might have felt like things were imbalanced. And now, again, like I said, this could be them making an effort to balance the scales, and maybe you're just not really believing what they're offering at this time, or you just feel like it might not be enough. And I do have to say, at the bottom of the deck too, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is another indicator of balance. It's actually a Taurus energy, but conceptually it's still the same, where it's talking about balancing things out. So again, like I said, it feels like you're very much on your own path, doing your own thing, and it seems like people in your environment just seem like more of a distraction than anything, interestingly enough. In the near future position, we have the Nine of Swords, and this is actually Gemini energy, but what that could just be saying, again, given that Gemini is your sixth house, this could just be another indicator that for a lot of you, this can be around the workplace. So again, maybe it's that you have multiple offers and none of them are ideal for you, but maybe you're at the point where you're like, okay, I have to make a decision on on one of these offers. For others of you, it could just be, again, saying that you might have a lot of distractions that are keeping you from being able to focus on your work as well. And you could just be at a bit of a loss trying to figure out how to handle that. There's not really much energy going on in your 12th house right now, because sometimes this makes me think of 12th house energy too. But again, given that Gemini is the natural ruler of the 3rd house, though, this can be pointing to that Mercury retrograde that we were talking about too, that's going to be happening in your house of communication. So there could definitely be some confusion around communications of all sorts. So, if you are feeling this way, just keep in mind that that is a temporary transit, and it's not that you're imagining things. It could actually be happening because it is in your house of communication. So, just try to ride it out if you can. Maybe easier said than done, right? I mean, this is definitely not a pleasant energy to be in. A lot of anxiety, losing sleep, playing scenarios in your head. So just keep in mind, like I said, at least that should be temporary for a lot of you. In the position of your influence toward the situation, we have the Two of Wands. So this is actually Aries energy. So for some of you, you might just actually be ready to move somewhere new altogether. So maybe this is you coming to the realization that just your environment in general is a distraction, and you're like, maybe I just need to change the scenery altogether. But if it's not related to that, I just say that because Aries is your fourth house. But if it's not that, this could just be pointing to your energy right now. Like I said, especially with that Three of Pentacles and seeing the devil energy in the past, this could just be saying that you're all about getting things started, taking action. And like I said, for whatever reason, there could just be some maybe even creative differences, you know? So maybe it's just a clash between, you might think the best way to go about something is one way, someone thinks another way is the best way. So, you know, it could be the back and forth with that too. In the position of the environment, we have the King of Cups. So this is actually Scorpio energy. So some of you could be dealing with the Scorpio, but more specifically than that, this could just be pointing to the full moon coming up in Leo. The reason I say that is because Scorpio is the natural ruler of the 8th house, and you guys are going to have a full moon in your 8th house of Leo in February. So that could just be pointing to that, saying that that could, you know, bring some emotions to the surface. Maybe some long-standing things that you've had to deal with for a while, since it is the 8th house full moon. Those can be kind of intense. And if it's not that, you know, this could just be someone in your friendship circle, maybe someone that you might even turn to for advice that you feel like, all right, well, they're actually level-headed, right? You know what I mean? You might feel like you could turn to them. And for some of you, this could just be your energy too, where you're like, you know, very set in your ways, you know what you want, and you're ready to go for it. And, you know, you're not really letting yourself be swayed out of that position. In the hopes or fears position, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is technically a Taurus energy, but this could definitely represent your energy too, since you're also Pentacles. And given that we see the Three of Pentacles in the challenge position, again, this could just be you. Like I said, you're just focused on your stability, financial stability. That's all you're really trying to focus on right now. And these other things around you might just seem like more of a distraction than anything. Some of you can be dealing with a Taurus, or given that Taurus is your 5th house of romance too, you know, maybe this is saying that you would like to have that stable commitment too, if we want to look at stability from that angle, which we also mentioned earlier. In the outcome position, we have the Three of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the King of Wands. So an interesting combination of energies here. This is more Libra energy, so there's a lot of Libra energy on deck. So some of you might be dealing with a Libra, or again, this can be related to your career or social status. We also have the Four of Wands. This is Aries energy, so now we've seen a couple of different indicators of Aries as well. And then this is technically Leo energy, but it can represent any fire sign. So if we look at these together, this can just be saying that there could be some disappointment for you, possibly in your home environment. And if that's the case, I feel like I said, it's more like you just could feel distracted more than anything. But this is really a celebratory energy. So what this can be for some of you, and this is really how I'm feeling that it's going to play out for the majority of you, this could just be referring to the person, if this is around a romantic relationship, coming back around. Or again, like I said, maybe this is someone in your work environment that proposes something to you, but you guys have creative differences. So this could just represent the way that they're going to feel because you turned down their offer, right? Now, with the Four of Wands, I feel like it definitely could be romantic situations for some of you, where, you know, they, again, like I said, come back around. Like I said, maybe you wanted stability from the beginning. They didn't really take the commitment seriously. Now they're trying to come back around and tell you that they've changed. This could represent you turning them down with that Three of Swords, their offer for stability. And, you know, that could be possibly maybe for some of you it was a fire sign that you were dealing with, since we did see the Sag energy there too. So that could be how it's playing out. Or this could just be pointing to, again, that timeline, what I was mentioning with the Leo full moon. So that might be when you get someone this news that, yeah, I'm not really interested, right? So that could be what's at play there. All right, moving on to the oracle cards. First one we have is Poised. There's the artwork for it, and the number is 48. Okay, it says being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. The oracle's message. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to, your skills are sharp, you've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So, that definitely seems to support the energy we have here with the Two of Wands and your position of your influence on the situation. And also, like I said, that Three of Pentacles too, where, like I said, it looks like you guys are just really focused on some goal, and you might view outside influence as a distraction. The relationship message says when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So again, another pretty positive message there. And like I said, maybe this energy for some of you just represents getting through that eclipse energy and just ready to hit reset in some way, shape, or form, maybe in multiple areas of your life. All right, the prosperity message says you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. So interesting symbolism there too, as far as it said, your service to the world. If we look at the way it looks like he's holding that globe, right? And then looking out into the horizon. So definitely seems like you guys are on the right path. And like I said, maybe it is just things in your environment that are just a distraction where you're just really zeroed in on something and ready to go. All right. Next, we'll move on to the card you guys got from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And you got Dog Spirit. It says being loyal to what you love. There's the artwork, and the number is 19. Okay, it says Dog Spirit appears to remind you that although change is a part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitment remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog Spirit also says, be true to that which you love, for now is a time of good fortune. Be steady as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and Dog Spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plan for you. So, pretty solid message there. And again, like I said, it definitely sounds like you guys are on the right path. So, if something feels like a distraction in your environment, you're probably right in thinking so. Not to say you guys can do no wrong, but at least this month it definitely looks like you guys are on the right path. All right, last thing we have is a Mudra card. And the Mudra you guys got for this month is the Vishuddha Chakra Mudra. That's it right there. And the keyword for it, ironically, is communication. So maybe this will help you guys out with that Nine of Swords and retrograde energy too. Let's see what it says. Okay, so if you want, you guys can either pause it or take a screenshot if you want to read what it says on the card. But under benefits, it says improves the health of the thyroid and parathyroid glands, benefits the voice, reduces tension in the neck, improves communication with self and others, increases sensitivity to the thoughts and feelings of others. So that sounds like something you think you guys will find beneficial. I will put the name of that mudra in the description of the video if you wanted to look into it a little bit more. We'll wrap up there, guys, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.